So here's something we can definitely feel good about. It was about this time last year when we got some not good news about our friends and partners over at Helping Veterans and Families of Indiana, HVAF. There was a devastating fire at their largest housing facility. Manchester Apartments displaced 48 veterans. And in the last year, the support from the community for the recovery has been tremendous. Here for an update is CEO Emmy Hildebrand. Welcome back, Emmy.
Thank you, Matt.
So it's always great to have you. Let's just quickly, I guess, remind people how things were on that night and how things felt from your perspective.
Well, you're exactly right. It was a year ago, October 26, 2024. We had a fire break out at Manchester Apartments. And I was at home. I go to bed early, so I was already in bed, but got a text from a friend of mine who lives close. She got an alert on her Citizens app that there was a fire at HVAF. We've got over 150 units that are occupied by veterans every night. We've had fires before. People burn stuff on the stove or they leave something in the oven. And so that's what I thought it was. And it wasn't until I was driving on the interstate, I live just on the south side of downtown, that I could see the smoke from 65 North. And then I realized that this is not burnt jalapeno poppers. This is going to be something significant. When I arrived, our on-call social worker was already there. Her name is Lucy. She'd gotten a call from a resident of the building, and she was helping direct people to the parking lot to safety.
And everybody made it out.
They did. All 48 were evacuated just fine. I think we had 3 transported that night for smoke inhalation, but they were all treated and released. So in that way, we're very fortunate. It could have been so much worse. But our staff was incredible that night, all doing heroic things, making sure that we had hotel reservations for 48 veterans so they could get shelter that night.
So then if we look at October 26, 2024 as zero on the status bar, where would you say we are now, a year later?
I would say we are probably 60% to recovery.
Okay.
So the building is divided in 2, and it has a courtyard in the middle, which I think saved the entire structure from devastation. So half of it contained the fire, and that's the part that's still under construction. Half of it was just damaged by water, which we've been able to quickly renovate and reopen. So we reopened in July, and we're actually full. So we have 23 veterans there ending their homelessness, which is the business that we are in.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. But we still have a lot of ongoing construction on the south side, which will be done in August of 2026. So we're getting close. And when we reopen, we'll have 14 additional units of housing. So before the fire, we had 51. We'll end with 65, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And we're moving our pantry over there. So we'll be able to better serve veterans in our community with our pantry as well.
It's wonderful news. And obviously the ongoing support from the community is extremely important at this point.
It's critical. We could not be where we are without community support. During the fire, I was getting texts from people, what do you need? How can we help? And that spirit really carried us through those first couple of weeks because those 48 veterans lost everything. So our community made sure that they had their basic needs met like right away. And the donations have allowed us to think big. In the week after the fire, I was walking through with our contractor and insurance adjuster, and she said, don't lose this opportunity. Like, think about what you want and, make it happen. And the community support has done that. So those 14 extra units are thanks to our community. Moving our pantry and having a bigger space and on-site storage, that's because of community support. So it takes all of us to serve those who served our country. And this is just a great example of how Indianapolis and our broader community have really rallied around us.
Okay. And so if you're hearing this and you'd like to commit something to the recovery, how can we do that?
You can go to our website, hvaf.org. We have a donate button, and you can donate specifically to the Manchester Fire Fund.
1 year later, Emmy Hildebrand, CEO of HVAF, and we've been speaking on this anniversary or near the anniversary of the Manchester Apartments Fire and the amazing recovery since then, turning something very bad into something very good indeed. Emmy, great update. Thanks for coming by as usual.
Thank you for having us, and thanks for cheering us on. We appreciate it.